Hello, hello, hello. We are back working on my altered book, finally. Um, because I didn't have access to my craft room, I took all the time. I used that time to go through the remainder of the book. I have all of my papers picked out that I want to use. I just have to put them all in. So that might save some time. I may actually be able to do more than 2 pages per video. We'll actually get some movement, some progress made on this. So I have this set for these 2 pages. These will be glued down here and here. So I'll have a pocket here and there'll be a pocket here. So it's a two-way and a two-way pocket here and here. So first thing I'm actually need to do, because I did this at my daughter's house and she did not have walnut stain ink. She had vintage photo, which is a brown, but it's a much lighter brown than what I've been using in this journal. So I didn't do any of the inking while I was there. I have had the worst tickle in my throat for weeks now. This one, I'm just going to do the top and the bottom for right now because it is going to be folding around that center flap. And so I will ink those edges before I glue the pocket down. And some of this is going to be like I don't have to go all the way around because part of this flap is going to be hidden inside the pocket. So I only need to do 3 sides on this one and then 3 sides on this one. The other problem I encountered while I was doing this at my daughter's house was that I did not bring any book page with me. And in this particular journal, I'm using music pages because they've got that nice caramel color to them. But I got there and discovered that I didn't pack any. So I have pages from my glue book in there, just kind of holding space. So that way I remember, oh yeah, this was my thought here. And go back and, add the book page in there that I wanted versus what's actually in there. Again, this is the centerpiece. So I'm just going to do the top and the bottom for right this moment. I was originally going to have this as the center, but it's really fragile, and I was kind of concerned about its integrity, folding it around the pocket. I don't need to do that edge because that edge isn't going to be showing. Doy. Even like trying to ink it is causing issues with the paper. So I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Mine was pretty good. As I said before, I was kind of bummed out that one set of my children were not going to be able to make it for the holiday. Which, it happens. It is, they are on the opposite side of a mountain than we are, so they are subjected to weather conditions. And, when you got to put in for PTO, the position they ended up in was, they needed to put their time in for time off of work, but there was still a lot questioning like what the pass was going to be like, and so it really kind of came down to a timeline. Do they put in for the time off and then not have time off in the future that they might need, but they're staying home because they can't get over the pass, or not worry about taking the time off and just make other plans, which ultimately is what they ended up having to do, was just this, so they stayed up where they're at, and they celebrated Thanksgiving with her family. As a bummer. It would have been the first time that they actually would have been able to, they were trying to come for Thanksgiving. They come every Easter, but weather in the spring is much more friendly than weather in the wintry months. So it's easier for them to get here for the Easter week than it is, but it was a nice try. And unfortunately, normally, we meet in October because it's both of our wedding anniversaries. We usually meet in the middle. And because, the plan was for them to be here for Thanksgiving, we didn't have our normal, our usual October get together. I'm like, man, now I'm feeling like really bummed out because, I haven't seen him since April of last year. And I was really looking forward to, to seeing them. But, it is what it is. Not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot. There's nothing that can be done about it. So just have to roll with it. So I have a documentary about serial killers going on in the background. Pretty typical for me this time of night. It is, 11 o'clock at night. It's pretty typical for me to be watching some sort of crime show this time of night. Although Miss Gail Augustinelli, who was my inspiration for getting back into doing altered books. There it is. I'm like, where'd my wet glue go? Well, go figure. It's right where it belongs. It's in its spot. Her videos drop every night at 11. So I know her video. When I get done recording, I'll go back and watch her video. Okay. I'm going to get all the pages glued down, and then I'll go back and glue all the pockets. Okay, there's that one. My other son and his wife came over from Idaho and spent, so they got here Wednesday. Wednesday night, and then they left on Sunday. My children are fabulous at forgetting things. In the dating scene, they always say, it's like, how women purposely forget stuff at your house so that they have an excuse to come back. So I tease my kids all the time. You don't have to forget stuff. You can come back anytime. But it never fails. There's always stuff left behind. My oldest this time around, not only did he leave the wireless charger that I gave him behind, but apparently left his laptop charger behind as well, and a hat. Like, geez. And then I'm cleaning stuff up in the living room, and off up against a wall by our game system is my daughter's belt that she took off, after Thanksgiving dinner. And I'm like, wow. Y'all don't need an excuse to come back to my house. You can come anytime. You don't have to leave stuff behind. But yeah, the laptop chargers was funny because his wife's charger was plugged in behind my couch, the whole time that they were here. And, it was like, oh, don't forget my charger. Don't forget my charger. Don't forget my charger. And after they left, I get a message from my husband about needing to send their charger out. And I was like, oh, the one behind the couch? And he goes, no, they have that one. Oh, yay. Children. And to be fair, the two that were here, the two of my children that were here for Thanksgiving, are my two ADHD kids. So, got to give them some grace in the whole forgetting things, leaving things behind, because, it's kind of nature of the beast. Us ADHD people, it's kind of what we do. Okay. Turn that one over. I love this music page. It is a Japanese. It's a Japanese music book. And I've said before how it never occurred to me that music would be written in different languages. This particular one doesn't have any words on it. It's just the sheet music, not the lyrical part. So you don't see the foreign language on it. Okay, so here's my spread across these two pages. So I'm going to glue these two pockets down and then these two pockets down. First, I'm going to put my lid on my glue stick. After I find the lid to my glue stick, I also have to glue my ladies on. So gluing these pockets closed, just put a line of glue on the top and a line of glue on the bottom. Fold that over. Give that a press. Why am I using the glue that... Why am I using my wet glue? That takes forever to stick. But I have my Fabri-Tac right here. It just wasn't ready. I wasn't thinking, so it wasn't upside down and ready to rumble. Let's go wait for it to get down to the tip. Oh, I need to refill my bottle. It's almost empty. I should have had one of my kids grab me a bottle while they were here. One of the young, non-broken bodies that were here. Because they are... I store all my overflow glue is in a cubby behind me, back over there. But it is on the bottom because, again, it's my overflow, and I don't get into it all the time, so I didn't want it like up, But it is difficult for me to get stuff there when I do need it. Really kind of bummed out too is that I'd gotten a food delivery, but it had a lot of fresh fruit in it right before it's not wanting to stick because it was wet to begin with, so I'm put a little bit extra there. Kind of hold it down while I chit chat, because you see how quickly that side glued, but it wasn't wet. It came in, and then I left for Walla Walla a couple days later, and I forgot to take the fruit with me. I meant to, because there's nobody here that would eat it, so I meant to take it with me, and I forgot it. So I get home, and all of my fruit is on the counter still and spoiled. So now I had just about got the fruit fly problem under control from the stray banana that ended up in my pantry. And now I got a problem all over again because of the strawberries. So it's annoying. Drive me a little batty. I almost had them under control. Downside to fruit, having fresh fruit, I guess. I was trying to get my glue bottle into my holder, and I can't. There we go. I had a pair of scissors blocking my view, so I couldn't see where it was going. So those pockets are glued down. Put that lid over there where I won't lose it. Right. Like I won't lose something. That's near comical. Okay, I'm gonna glue my ladies on here. She is going over here on this side. I did put glue on her feet, but I'm not gonna, that was because I wasn't thinking ahead. Woo, no, don't tear her arm off. Thank you. I want to put something like a label or something under their feet. It's so funny. My granddaughter was watching me get the papers and stuff ready for this, and she started playing with all of my ladies, and I was like, okay. So I went back onto Etsy and downloaded them onto my daughter's computer and printed out a page, and my daughter cut them out for her, and my granddaughter named all of them, and my daughter wrote their names on the back, so she now has her own little set of 1970s dolls, paper dolls to play with. It's like, wow, this is not normally her thing. She doesn't, at least not that I've noticed, ever really plays with dolls. But she really likes these ladies, so. Oh, good. You guys, not even on camera. I'm like, I don't know if you guys are seeing that decision stuff going on in my brain. This, I want to back and use that as a card because it says turn this upside down. Thanks. Now turn it back. So it was kind of a, silly interactive thing. So I have a pocket that got lost in the mess. Let's see. What can I put? Scissors. I desperately need to sharpen my scissors. Take the lid off the glue before you try to use it. Might be a bit helpful. Let's see. And then I have, there's my circles. That blends. Oops. My circles just went everywhere. Again, the circles are the magazine images, part of the prompt. Technically, it's not a magazine, but it's from a sewing catalog. I'll find something to put right there. I'm going to put that under her feet. Okay. I don't know if you guys are hearing my background, but like I said, I am watching a crime story. So, what do you call it? I guess, for lack of a better word, it's a documentary. It's it's the story of a serial killer. Oops. Got some glue where I didn't want it. There. Okay. Put her leg, glue her legs down. Okay. I'm glued to my glue page. See, and I have flowers. But I don't really like necessarily the color spectrum. These are Tina Shabby Dabby Doodah flowers. I will give those some thought. I will give those some thought. Not any. No. These were so fun to make too. It was a good use of craft paper or cardstock, scrapbook paper. that I normally wouldn't use. So again, there's a pocket here and there's a pocket here. Pocket here and a pocket right here. That was only half an hour, so it does help to get this done ahead of time. Have the papers out ahead of time. Woo. To get in my drawer for my washi. Let's see. It's going to be a good one on the browns. And I do want them to be kind of wide. You could go with this one. Okay. Again, running it over the glue. Give it some extra stick because washi is low tack. Now, you don't have to do this when you're doing an altered book. You don't have to cover. You don't have to put anything, down the center. For me, I started doing it at the beginning simply because I had a page that was not secure. And, now it's like, okay, well, I did it. Now I got to do it because I need it to be consistent throughout the journal. So, all right. On to the next two. So this page goes here, and I'm going to put this as a little pocket. And then this is a 3-way pocket. So pocket there, pocket here. 2-way, sorry. 2. And this, I'm going to get out my picked raspberry. Ooh, that's I'm trying to find my dauber. So I just want to enhance the pink. I want to bring that pink. Now this was a digital that was in the kit that I downloaded, and I just backed it with a book page just to give it some added strength. Doing her in pink as well, just to kind of help bring out some of the pink that's in her dress. This one, I'm going to ink this outside, the bottom, and the other edge. I'm not doing the angled part just yet because it's going to fold over that. So I will ink this edge of it after I fold it over. So this edge is going to fold over. This one I only need to do 3 edges because the 4th edge is going to be hidden within the pocket. And then the same for this one. Over there, that over there, that there. Okay, let's put those over there. Slide this over. Whew. Almost the exact size as my glue page. Try to get those edges. I mean, as you've seen, I always have to go back and add wet glue on the corner, around the corners, because I inevitably miss something. I miss an edge, I miss a corner, something doesn't, something doesn't. Get that glued down in there. Oop. Okay. And this, I'm going to glue down this edge and this edge. So again, I'm going to hold the corner that I don't want to glue. Come on. There we go. Okay. Put this down here in this corner. I'm going to leave a little bit around the bottom and the side. I'm not going to put it like right up against the paper. Leave a little bit of that background paper poking through. Glue that down. I will figure out what to decorate that momentarily. Just checking my glue book, making sure it wasn't getting too gluey. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about gluing up here at the point just yet, because again, that's going to fold over. I don't want it to glue to the wrong. Why is that super, super crooked? Because it's me. That's why it's super, super crooked. I did not cut that straight or something. So I'm actually going to glue this to this. this over. Now you could cut this off, but again, this just adds some extra protection to that leading edge of your pocket. There it is. I'm like, where did my little pressy thing go? See, again, my edge is not glued down. Okay, and what I'm going to do here, see, because I've got, this page is like really loose. It's kind of half coming out. So I'm going to use one of my least favorite washies. Once I figure out where the end of it is. Aha. And I'm just going to run some washi down the inside of this pocket just to kind of secure that page. Now, and I said one of my least favorites. This is one of my least favorite washies. Although I'm now looking at it going, well, it's actually kind of perfect for... It'll be perfect to use in my 60s journal. And again, this is not for any, this is just for securing this page. Because it's not in there very well. We're just kind of reinforce. We're going to reinforce her just a little bit. While that's drying, we'll glue this one on. Once I'm able to fold that over, I may run some washi down the other side as well. My glue is like melty. Weird. Never really experienced that. Yeah, see how my pockets are struggling to line up. So it's gonna be a bear. Yeah, I'm gonna stick another, just a small piece down in there. Again, running it over the glue stick, just giving it some extra. And I'm double dutying because this is a page that I don't want to fall out. I'm also adding the silicone glue in there. So it's going to be really, 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 really glued in there. Give that a squish in there. Get that page in there. And make sure that page does not fall out. Now this one. I had somebody contact me about doing another journal. Well, 2 more journals as Christmas presents, but there's no way I can get 2 done by Christmas. But the communication hasn't been super great. As far as like guide me, what do you want it to look like? So I'm going to glue the back page first. Oh, I didn't even glue this down. So since this is already in my hand, I'm going to glue that down. I glue down the top, run glue down the top and the bottom. And again, you're going to close your book, give it a tug. This one I'm tugging gently because this is the one that I just taped in. Line up your edges and give it a smush. Okay. And then for this one, go down the bottom and, oh, sorry, you guys aren't seeing what I'm doing. Bottom and then this edge. So there, and then the bottom. Grab your page, pull your book, line your edges up, give it a squish. Just kind of hold it here for a sec. Making sure that one's really stuck down. Okay. We're going to glue my lady on there. See, I did it again. I needed to figure out what I was going to put there before I glued her down. See, those are too big. Purples are on color. Hey, no. Ah! No, lady. Did you see that? She tried to grab it. She says, I can keep it. And I think these are too red. Well, maybe not. Scissors. They're hiding. Go figure. You know what, though? This is a stamp. I will use my pinking shears just to give that edge a little stampy look. And I can even come back and do like cancellations. See that? I need it to be a little more even than what it was. Got my scissors. Leonard Lake and Charles Ng is the story that I'm watching. Okay. Now, is there anything that I want to put over here on the guest check? Whoops! I'm dropping stuff. Dropping stuff. So I do have a couple things coming up. My first Amazon box is currently in my state. I'm assuming either Spokane or Seattle, which determines then how quickly it gets to me. Because if it's in Seattle, then it's got to go to Spokane before it gets to me. So there hasn't been any updates since the 29th, so I'm not exactly sure. My other two boxes from that same company are still in Hong Kong. They have not left Hong Kong yet, so I still have a ways to wait for them. And my random craft box that is coming from Canada is currently in Ohio. So it should be here in the next couple days, which will be fun. So with that, I have a friend up in Canada, and we had this idea when initially we were going to go shopping together, like on a video call. But then decided it'd be really fun to just surprise me. So I sent her the money and she went shopping, and I have no idea what's coming in the mail. So you guys will see it at the same time I see it. So that's going to be fun. And that should be here very, very soon. I hope. What do you think? Should we put some green down the center? Yeah. think I'm going to go green down the center. Okay. Do some extra gluing there. Come on. Cooperate. Now, I do struggle with washi tape. I think I've said before that I've never been a big fan of washi. I tend to put it in like really low drawers and ignore it and not really use it and give it away in swaps and stuff in various groups, or give it to my daughter. But this a lot of this washi tape that I'm using actually came from a swap group on Facebook. Why is that buckling though? Shouldn't be buckling. So when I turn the page, it doesn't want to. And it's bending this book page, which I don't understand. We're just going to alter that one just a smidge. Still really not wanting to lay flat, but we're getting there. So this is what we've done today. Let me put my glues away. Put my glues away. Put my washi away. Put my scissors and my straightening tool. Okay. So I got this. Pockets. And then here we've got a tuck here, pocket here, and a pocket here. Once this dries, I'll probably have to do something to it to get it to lay flat. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with this one. Put an extra little dab of glue there. So yeah, this one's got a pocket here and a pocket here. So that is it for today. As you can see, we're just a hair over halfway done. So stay tuned for the next video of this. We are getting nice and gator mouth. I love my gator mouth. I love my chunkies. Craft-A-Lanch as I'm trying to move stuff around. So, thanks for tuning in. If you've stuck with me this far, thank you very much. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out if you didn't do so on your way in. Feel free to share my video. And if you know somebody, if you know people that you think might be interested in what I do, go ahead and direct them here. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when my videos drop. So we'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye-bye.